We're receiving grace every single moment of our lifetimes. We're receiving grace. We're surrounded by it. We're made out of it. This whole world is made out of unconditional love. We call it energy. We don't realize it's love, but you can wake up and learn to receive love, or more like learn to receive love and then wake up. It will wake you up to how loving it is here. Everything is the creator. Everything. You are the creator. Amma once spoke to the big Swami because he picked up some sand that she just walked over, and he was just loving the sand that she had stepped on, right? And she said, you know, basically, love all the sand. It's all me. Yeah, right, right. The good and the bad. All God. But we just become happier as we follow our truth. And to follow our truth, which is the point of this satsang, to really live in integrity, you guys, you will have to understand yourselves. You will have to understand your ego and be able to discern what is ego and what is truth. And in order to do that, you have to understand yourself psychologically, at least somewhat. This is where all Brahmasutra's knowledge comes from. I deeply understand myself, and so I deeply understand you guys to levels of 1,000 deep levels in you. And when you're speaking to me, sometimes you're just talking from level 10. So this satsang is where we're beginning to look at yourself and look at your filter, because you perceive your reality through the filter of your personality. So when you can see clearly your ego, you step into freedom. Yeah. Many people on the earth today think their thoughts, their ego thoughts, are true reality, and this is the problem. Okay, so may this satsang session just be very, very powerful in the best possible way for all of you who've turned up and for all who listen to it. And may it catalyze some beautiful, beautiful, deep changes and movement into freedom. And so it is. Thank you. So what we're going to talk about is the first memories or the first dreams, and then also what our biggest strength and biggest weakness is. And I thought we'd start with just a focus on either our first memory, or as early a memory as we can remember, or our childhood dreams, like nightmares, particularly that you had as a child, will shine a light on your core wounding. Yeah. So have you guys thought about this? Does anybody want to come forward? Yeah. Somebody volunteer? Judy? Yes, please go.
This is a dream I had probably when I was 4, and it came back a lot. I mean, I can still see it now. It's just a weird dream. It's just, I don't know what it means. It's just always happened. I dreamed it so many times that it's just a recording now. But
Right.
I was in the family station wagon. My sister was the driver. And remember, I was probably 4 or 5, so she was probably 6 or 7. And she was the
Right.
driver, and we were driving home. My brother Paul was in the car too, but we were driving home from my grandparents, so they lived up the mountain, and we drove past fields to go home, and we ended up in a field, and the dream doesn't go far. In the dream, though, my sister ended up with a beehive on as her head. She had a
Oh,
beehive for a head, and we didn't go any further, but she was ahead of me somehow. And that was that. I mean, that is the snippet of dream that I can still remember now. It would show up if I wanted it to tonight, I think, if I wanted it to. That's it.
how do you feel about it? What do you think about it? What's
Mm. Back then, it used to scare me because it seemed very scary to have your sister with a beehive on her as her head. And then as I
yeah,
got older, it just made me chuckle. I didn't assign any meaning to it, so I don't know if it meant anything. But earliest dreams, that would be one of the few that I have is still vivid.
right. Well, one of the things that comes is to me is you are not in the driver's seat. So it's like an aspect of your unconscious is driving. Okay. So our sisters are often like not shadow side, but could be also shadow side. It just means that our unconscious is driving rather than our conscious self. Okay. That we're unconscious of our divinity. If somebody else is driving a car, yeah, we're unconscious of our divinity. The other thing that screams at me is, busy as a bee, our training to do, busy as a bee. And that you didn't make any progress once her head turned into a beehive. It's like with the busy, busy bee, then there's many of us get sidetracked into doing and we stop listening to the heart. Yeah, we ignore our integrity. We just do the practical busy. We feel good because we're busy. The society says good to be busy. Yeah. So how do you feel when I say this? And please just be very honest about everything.
When you say it, it's much more um, deep than I ever thought about it. In fact, your conversation just made me think about the dynamic of my brother because he was off toward the back and to the left. And
Yeah.
growing up, he was the follower. Like we were all close in age by 18 months. And so he always was the follower of me. And Nancy was always the leader of everybody, which is why she was driving. But
Yeah.
I never understood the beehive. And I don't see her as being the busy, busy one, but yes, that has always been the way I've lived. So yeah, that part
Right.
makes sense. I'm not sure why I would assign that to her then, why I didn't end up with a beehive.
Because she's representing your unconscious, your sleep state. Like your way of living has been an unconscious sleeping way. Sorry,
No,
you're
that makes
waking up
sense.
now.
That does make
Yeah.
sense.
You see, people say the spiritual journey and our psychology isn't logical, but it's really logical in a big way. It's very logical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our training is to be busy and not to listen and not follow our integrity. And so your car stopped, like that no progress was made. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just figured it's because we went off the road, we were in a field instead of on the road now.
Well, yeah, you got stopped. I mean, you got off the path. Yeah.
That's big.
Right. Good. 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 Actually, this understanding could be the making of you. I can feel it. Yeah. I can feel it. You could make a really big leap with this. You see, you guys, this is the gold in us. It's like if we pay attention, we get the gold. And we're worth the thought, we're worth the energy, we're worth the attention, you know? Yeah, this is your little inner child self going, I'm I'm going to miss my chance to move into truth. Please listen to this dream. Right. And
Mm.
you're yeah, but you're listening now. It doesn't matter when. And there can be great leaps made in as we get older. So there's no ceiling.
I wonder, is there a relationship because it feels right? If I think about Nancy being, because she being the older and being the, she always was the favored one, for lack of a better way of putting it. But, and so I wonder if assigning my busyness to her made me spend my time thinking I have to be that busy person in order to measure up to her.
Right. Right. It's just a way of figuring out that what was valued and accepted, right? So yeah.
Well,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah. So let it rip. Great. Yeah. This way it's sort of like it can kind of cut open the wound a bit to let go of the pus of misunderstanding. I always feel like pus is like misunderstanding. And you just let it go, and then you can see the sliver of misunderstanding and you can pull it out. Yeah. And the misunderstanding is I can feel it. You didn't feel valued. Yeah.
And
Right.
I can feel that the sliver being the whole stop following, stop following.
Right. Well, the sliver's the misunderstanding that's safer to follow rather than to, yeah, be true to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
that's huge. That for me,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
huge because I
Yeah.
actually, it's so big. I spent all my life. I've always, I've come to this recognition that I've spent almost all of my efforts measure, measuring up not to others, but to my perception of their perception. Or
Yeah.
that,
Totally.
yeah.
This is what we do. Yeah. I know.
I don't, that's not fun.
It's not fun and it doesn't even work.
No,
People will respect you more the more you are in truth, basically.
thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for it's beautiful. Like I hope this helps you guys. Okay. Next.
Hi, it's me again, Saskia.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have one dream. I mean, I had a lot of dreams. I wrote them down. They're not in my memory, but there's one that's always kind of in the back of my head. And
Was it
I don't
from
know.
childhood? Was it
Yes,
from childhood?
I was a child in my childhood home. I don't know.
Okay.
I would say maybe five, between 4 and 6, from what it feels like. And I was in the garage. We had two
Saskia, I just want to
garages.
come back again. Did
Yeah.
you have this dream when you were really little?
Um, I don't remember when I had it.
Yeah. I feel a little bit like uh okay, what's your earliest memory then? I feel not to go ahead with this dream. There's a
Okay.
little bit of a fudge in the whole thing. So let's go back to your first memory.
Okay. Um, there's not much.
No. Oh, yeah, I
No.
feel like that's more the truth of it, that
Mm-hmm.
you need to recognize the blank.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 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 kind
There's
of in
things I
the
know in my
blankness.
head, but they are not, things I know in my head from wherever, but not a memory of my
Yeah.
own.
Okay, so just be with that, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
Just be with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you
Okay.
don't, that there's nothing, no information coming from the level that I'm asking from. So just focus on that, and you can ask Amma for something to emerge at the highest good pace.
Okay.
But I want to really emphasize something, Saskia. You cannot fudge on this, okay? I could feel the energy of kind of a fudge, a kind of a stepping over, kind of a coming in sideways, and you can't. You can't, okay?
Okay.
This is true integrity.
Okay.
So I know you kind of know that, but I think that it's like part of you wants to step over and ignore the uncomfortable things that actually you'll have to face in order to do it. There's part of you that's trying to orchestrate it. And it's part of your ego that's trying to orchestrate it, and it would take a lot of time and would avoid the goal. So I'm really spelling it out to you. Okay? And it's sort of like admit the actual lack of information from your early years, because that is very important. Okay? It's really, really important to just be with that. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then notice how you feel about what I've said and give it over to Amma. Okay. This work is really hard on egos, you guys. I do empathize truly. I went through it myself, so believe me, I know all about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't take it personally. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Come
Mr.
Okay, Laura.
I just spent the morning with my mom, and last week I remembered
Okay, stop for a minute. Stop, Laura, stop. The question is, what is your earliest memory and what is your earliest dream that you can remember?
they're both dreams. Their earliest nightmare, somebody in,
Okay, so how old were you when you, okay, stop. How old were you when you had this?
I must have been 5 or 6.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what was the dream?
Someone was pointing a gun at me because my curtains looked like there was somebody in the flowers, and I thought it was going to kill me, and I woke up crying and got in bed with my mom.
Right.
And the other dream, my mother was laughing because she was hiding from me behind these big rocks, and I was crying because I was looking for her. I couldn't find her. And I still feel I don't want to be phony with her. I still feel that there's some kind of disconnect with my mom, and I don't know what it is.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Now, this is good. It's like, you guys, this is a disconnect between us and all our moms. Okay? The really simple, instinctive love gets conditioned away, and it gets complicated because we're in a patriarchy. And so women do not feel they can go forward in their true energy. So they are saying no to it. So there is a disconnect with both sexes from the mother, but particularly daughters. because most women are carrying a kind of negativity about their true feminine nature. Okay, the gun, was it male or female? Did you have a feeling when you were little who was behind the curtain?
It was male. He looked
Yeah.
like the guy from Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah. So it was interesting because you had the sense of him hiding in the flowers.
In
And
the
also,
dark,
yeah,
the flowers looked like his face. Like, you know how you see animals in the clouds?
okay.
Well,
So the
the
flowers in the
flowers,
curtain, the flowers in the
yeah,
curtains. Yeah,
looked
yeah,
like his face.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, and beyond this, about the women and what happens to our mothers, there, our intellect comes in our culture, and disrupts uh, our instinctive self. Now, the more complicated a culture is, the more this will happen. In an Aboriginal culture, it is far less intense. It's far just more organic and natural and mammalian, like animal in a good way, in a good way. The more complex a culture, the more the intellect disrupts the instinctive knowledge. And there's a level that the intellect, in a way, like it kills our instinctive self, our intellects, like that but we have to develop them. And at this point in time with humanity, the development of our intellects, of our heads, is seriously exaggerated to our detriment. This is why there is this, we exploit Mother Nature, we don't love her. This is the same thing that we do to ourselves. We exploit ourselves, and we don't love ourselves, and we exploit others. So this dream seems to me a very innocent child's recognition of this on a very deep level. You see? So how do you feel when I've said all this?
I feel like my chest is breaking open.
Good.
I feel like it's breaking open and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
It's a healing, sweetie. It's a healing. It's a healing of heartbreak. It's a heart expansion. Personally, sweetie, your head makes a lot of things wrong that Prema Sutta wouldn't think are wrong. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I'm afraid to say anything, because my head tells me, no, it's wrong. The premise is going to say you're wrong.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the gun in the dream. That's the gun. Is your head saying that you're wrong. But I'm just talking about why it's not your fault. You look at the bigger, what's going on in our culture. So it would be this way. A little girl like you would have that dream and would have this tendency to tell herself that she was doing it wrong, because in this bigger culture, this is what we're doing to our heart energy. Oh, you guys, one of the things that helped Prema Sutta is the more my mind broadened, the more I could accept myself. And that's why I keep sort of stretching you guys to see the bigger picture. Amma says, at our time, we really need to open the doors and windows of our minds. And this is what I'm trying to do with you guys. And Prema Sutta's mind broadened as I felt these uncomfortable emotions in me. And I did not repress them. And as I felt them, my understanding grew. So just feeling your emotions, whatever comes up, don't worry about your editorializing or anything. You know, just feel them.
It's heartbreak. It's wanting to connect with my mom ever since I got here, but I can't be who I am with her.
Yeah, Laura, you're going off. I want you to focus on it's your connection to Laura that needs to be healed. Okay, you're looking for it in your mom, but you need to connect up with Laura and know that Laura's okay. And if you're having trouble with your mom, just give it over to Amma and open to the guidance. Okay, sweet one. I know that your brain's not functioning so well these days, but I know you can do it. Amma will help you. Okay. Amma can transcend a wonky brain. Okay. Okay.
Amma can move a ton of rocks.
Yeah. So just, you know, and say your
Okay.
mantra. Okay. And say your mantra. Okay, good. Okay. Somebody else, come forward, please.
I can try.
Yeah, Richard. Yay. Good.
I have a series of dreams where I was running away from witches, and there's one in particular where I was running away and found an exit in a trapdoor in the ceiling, and the trapdoor led to the box of my bed, which I can open, and then I was laying in my bed. And then I was waking up, and I thought I woke up, but I was still in a dream, and the witch was like knocking on the bed from underneath, and I woke up again. Yeah. Then I was running to my parents because I was really scared.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And later on, I remember then I turned around and I knew I can turn the tables and get rid of the witches when I just be self-confident and they go away. But in the beginning, I was always running away from witches.
Okay, but then it turned as you dreamed. You know, it turned.
And not in the same dream. It was years later. Then I don't know what switched, but I had some. I was confident enough to stand up for myself and run towards the witch, and then the witch was running away from me.
Okay. Okay, so guys, do you see how the psyche heals itself? Do you see? That is fantastic, Richard. And it's fantastic that you can remember the earlier dream and then see the progress of your psyche working to face this. This is fantastic. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, what is your thought about the image of the witch? What do witches mean for you?
I could imagine it connects to fear in general, to run away from fears and then to face the fear, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So there are a couple of things. I mean, it's the negative feminine, right? The witch. It's the feminine in her negative aspect. The control, basically.
Control, okay.
Yeah. It's witch. It's like not heart. It's more control, like, you know, doing the spells for, you know, in the fairy tales, you know, it's a negative. Okay. So one of the things is, you guys, the patriarchal woman is pretty witchy. She is pretty controlled by her head. Her heart is small. It's not real love coming from her. Okay. So that's part of it. But on another aspect, I think it's just fear of the feminine, you know, a little bit of fear of the feminine. Yeah. and the power of the
Mhm.
feminine. You stood up. It's fantastic.
Mm.
You know, you could go back into the dream too, and you know, if you want to explore the whole thing about what a witch means, you could go back to the first dream where you were scared and sort of confront her in a way. So you could even put Amma in there. So the true nature of this witch becomes clear. Like it may be, she may be hiding, or it may be like a really expanded feminine energy in there that's being obstructed right now. Do you see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, that's my feeling about which images, that it's when, you know, in a way, the great, incredibly loving wisdom of the true feminine gets contracted into control. And so there, you know, in fact, I remember when I was having all that emotional turmoil in my 30s, energetically, my hands felt, I could feel the claw aspect, almost like a witch aspect. And I was like stunned, and I realized it was control healing, like the, you know, the kind of the feminine feeling like she always had to stay in control or else terrible things were going to happen. And it was a healing of that. But I could feel the claw of the witch. I was
Mm-hmm.
shocked. Yeah. But it was the healing. So how do you feel about all this? Are you interested in confronting the, or
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I
really
would be,
interested. I always thought it was a success that the tables turned, but I think there's lots of potential in getting in a conversation or in contact
yes, that's what
to
I
this main
feel.
character.
Yeah, and I feel like it would really release you on some deeper levels. Yeah. And put Amma everywhere just for, you know, security for you,
Yeah,
psychological security. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Richard. Do you see, you guys? It's 0 to 100. It's like straight to the heart of the issues. Thank you. I'm so glad we got here, that we could do this. You guys are turning up for it. And if you don't get a time today, we can keep doing these till you've spoken. But don't waste any time, you guys. Come forward,
Om Namah
please.
Shivaya, Prema Sudha.
Okay, Robert, or
Yes.
Khalidus.
Kalidas, yes.
Kalidas. What does it mean?
That's the servant of Kali.
It's the what?
The servant of Kali.
Oh, servant of Kali. Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
das for servant and Kali for the goddess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. So what is your offering?
My offering is I had for many circumstances or many times during my childhood, not a dream, but I always in the night I kind of woke up and I felt like a really like every wrinkle of the bed sheet I really felt on my skin, and it felt heavy, and I felt the bed and it was really heavy, and it was like some really like I was surrounded by it, and it was like really tightening in the sense of laying over me. And
Yeah.
even when I stood up, this feeling of I can feel something around me was still going on, and sometimes I sit then in the out of my room in the hallway, and yeah, that came up quite a lot.
Okay. So what's your feeling about it as an adult? What do you think about that?
I feel my heart a little bit more pumping and a heaviness in it, and and I felt overwhelmed because I felt overwhelmed that everything was so intense feeling on my skin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I can really feel this. And it's interesting because it's kind of a global feeling rather than a storyline, isn't it? It's kind of, yeah. You know, so you're thin-skinned, you know? You know, you've got light coloring in your skin, you know, is sensitive. Okay, so that is a physical trait, and it's also an emotional trait of a level of sensitivity, you know, thin-skinned. Now, it is actually of great value, like Prema Sutta is very thin-skinned, and it's kind of in a way where this wisdom comes from, you see? So it's a good thing. It's just, you know, it can feel like a liability in our culture. So my feeling is like your conditioning. I mean, you were feeling the conditioning like almost like a shroud, it feels like, you know?
a
Not
shroud.
quite a shroud, like that's the covering of a dead person. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's not quite. I mean, it's like the weight, but it's like a cutoff. Yeah, I can feel it's a cutoff. You felt as a little kid, you felt a cutoff between what you knew and what you were allowed to know, and you could feel the weight of the conditioning coming on. Yeah, yeah. Even as it was happening, you could feel it coming on. This dulling, numbing energy that never felt very comfortable, but it was even in your bed. Like, so it's like, you know, this was rest time. And even in your rest time, there was this discomfiture. And I think you've lived with that discomfiture in a way. And you're waking up. And so in a way, it's like a relief to wake up. But at the same time, you will be faced with clearing this weighty, numbing energy. Yeah. Yeah, as time goes on. But it's interesting to me, there's no storyline. It's very physical and sensation. And so that feels to me that that's really connected to your gift in the sense of, I'm wondering if it's like Prema Sutta, where it is my body gives me a great deal of information that lets me get through to you guys. It comes in through my body, not my head. Yeah. How does that feel when I say that? It's almost like a little threatening to you, I feel like.
Yeah, in the sense like threatening, something I don't understand comes in, or
Yeah.
I feel more than I want to know. And like, well, yeah.
Yeah. No, I can feel it. It's like your head is threatened by the probability that this cutoff is going to be illuminated and your head is going to lose its throne. You guys, our heads are on our throne, you know, our heads are enthroned. I mean, you're obviously uncomfortable with this. That's why you're working with Prema Sutta, but this is the state of most of us. Yeah. And I almost feel like that you were decapitated in some lives. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you lost your head. You had your head cut off. I can feel it. So there's a whole level of there's that visceral terror from actually losing your head in even the metaphor of that your head is being threatened. So this is how complex it gets dealing with ourselves emotionally. There's so many different levels and layers impinging on something. but you know, you have a lot of inner strength, and it's your you're it's sort of like you're waking up to the enormity of your journey in a way. And you will find the strength to continue. Yeah. This head thing is going to take a while for you to understand, because you're the eldest son. So there's a level that you're a little heady with that. Do you know what I mean? The oldest is more responsible. They're most like they take on the parental superego a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the responsible ones. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I'm feeling that kindness to yourself is really, really important. It's kind of like your next step. It's just kind of a kindness to yourself. Yep. Yeah. Please listen to this again after.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And it's like, recognize that what I'm saying about the kindness is really true, and it's also can help open the door to kindness to yourself as well. So I'm acknowledging what you're beginning to allow, and by speaking it, it's making the door open a little bit more, because you need this kindness to yourself to become the person you are born to be. You guys, this is what's so important to all of you guys. You will not become who you're meant to be without kindness and compassion for yourself. You just won't. So please understand that, take hold of that. It's not just an optional thing. This is the compassionate way for a reason. Yeah. Yeah. And I know it's very hard when our egos are being challenged, This is all stuff that Premasutta did just on her own, with the like bleary days and walking around going, what's the matter with me? So just remember, this way makes it easier, okay? Maybe
Yeah.
uncomfortable, but it makes it easier. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So it's Kalidas?
Kalidas, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Premasutta.
Yeah, who's that?
Andrea.
Oh, Andrea. Okay.
Hi.
Good. Sweet one. How are you doing?
Good. I actually just feel this is incredible. This last hour
Yeah.
feels like like my life is a tight weave, and it's kind of like relaxing a bit.
Right.
Just listening to everybody's.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
good.
beautiful.
It's
It's
and may
beautiful.
this happen to all the people who listen too,
Yeah, it's helpful. Like it's helping me even thinking about my memories and things, and
Yeah,
just
you
yeah, it's
guys, I
really
know it's
helpful.
like straight to the heart of things. And
Yeah.
when this is emphasized, when we deal with ourselves psychologically, you guys, the payoff is enormous, because it is the most neglected thing.
Yeah.
We've got a school of psychology, but this is the psychology of the heart. And it's the most neglected thing. So when we allow it, our journey can just explode. And that's why I do this work. So thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Okay. So what's yours? What's your
I mean, I've told you before that my earliest memory is of I was nobody else knows this, but I was when I was about 1 or possibly even younger, because I know I couldn't talk. I knew I couldn't speak at the time. And I was in my crib, and I could hear people downstairs, and I knew my mom wasn't home. And I was put in my bed to, have a nap, and I had a full diaper, and I was crying and crying and crying, and no one would come. And
right?
I just knew my mom wasn't there. She wasn't there. And I ended up falling asleep. And so that was my earliest
Right.
memory. But
Right.
I
So
remember the dreams, but this kind of goes with the dreams, which is kind of interesting. As everyone was talking, I was feeling this weave come in from my earliest dreams being about my mom dying, that my mom
right.
wasn't going to be there for me.
Right.
And then also, I guess a dream. I was very young and it happened many, many times. I would have my hands under my pillow and feel someone grab my hands, or one of my hands, or both of them. And it happened several times.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So
yeah.
yeah. Did you want to say more?
Just that I felt like um, I could feel my I guess what came in from hearing everyone, it's almost like it wove together the three things of feeling so like unsafe, like just really unsafe, and not feeling a sense that I don't know, like very shadowy, like that's what it
Mhm.
feels like. A lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
shadow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. So first of all, there's a lot in here, and at the same time, I want to say like I want to just emphasize it is no more shadowy than what Pramasuda had. Okay,
Yeah.
part of you can go, oh, it's so shadowy, oh, I'm helpless, like, and that's even with your hands being held, being, it's an image of
Yeah.
helplessness. So I know that in you, and I kind of want to cut the cord that
Hmm.
animates that, because it's baloney. It's, if you want to, uh, I want to emphasize again. I mean, I don't know if you were here, but I've talked about that Pramasuda was, my mom was having nervous breakdown. Then my brother beat me up my whole childhood, Andrea. I never knew when his punches was going to come. Okay, so I really want you to really get there is no difference between us.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm not like the superhuman person who can do it. I'm just a person like you.
Hmm.
Okay. And it's funny, I feel like I'm pounding on a shut door there. Okay, the door is shut, right? And I'm hearing, you're too intense, Pramasuda. Yeah, well, I get intense when I get intense with denial. Okay, okay, good. Okay, good. So this is the root of where we've had trouble, is over denial, sweetie. Okay, now this is really uncomfortable for you, I know, but you are in extremis. And so what have you got to lose? Right. And you're the opposite of a wimp, even though you might feel wimpy. And I can feel you saying, I want to be loved. Why are you doing this? Sweetie, I'm trying to get through your door. Because there's part of you that is so, like, I so get what you're talking about, the weave and this opening, but there is part of you, it reminds me a little of Saskia. It's a little bit like, look, I'm going to do this part and no more, and don't bother me with the truth of things. I'm going to clear the truth in this bit, but don't bother me with the full truth. Okay, that is what you're really saying to me.
Hmm.
Okay, so how do you feel about that?
A little
On
empty. A little empty.
empty?
Yeah, a little
Right,
empty.
right. And maybe a little unloved.
Yeah, I mean, I think I felt that earlier too, like just from saying that stuff. It was making me feel that way.
Right.
Um, Also, just a feeling of like not being actually kind of the opposite too, not being able to love.
Right. That is our biggest pain, you
Yeah.
guys, is refusing to love. And it feels not able, but actually it's a refusal. Okay. And I can feel like you're going, I've got no apparatus with which to deal with that. Like, it's like you've got no receiving structure to help you compute, to help that compute. Okay, good. Okay, good. Right. So how do you feel when I say this?
Just really sad.
Right. Okay, good. Okay. Now, this is getting down to the sorrow of the separation that's underneath these dreams. That was underneath these dreams. You understand? Right. And your ego says, don't feel it. It will kill you. And you see, it's the thing that would bring you into high good health, is if you feel it. Right. Right. Okay. Okay, good. I'm feeling the beginning of a deeper willingness. Okay. This is the power of truth, you guys. We change when we hear truth. Yeah. If you do not run away, you just sit there, you will change. Yeah. This is very good, Andrea. So one of the things with the dream about the poop, and you know, you the little about the little munchkin with the poopy diapers, and so your experience and the dream, like the core wounding, is that nobody came.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is why, like, that's a reflection of your belief that, like, God may exist, but not for you.
Mm.
Right. Okay. It's right there in the dream. You see, this is your responsibility to allow this to heal.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Good. Good. There's recognition of this, that it's your responsibility. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now, the poop is, you know, it's the mud of the lotus. Really, poop is the mud of the lotus. But it's an image of your separation. You see there you are in your poop and nobody comes. And so it's sort of the image of somebody caught in separation and nobody's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When our poop's up, we're in separation. You see what I mean? When our crap is our separation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. There is a lot, and you're not quite ready to receive this, but I hope you listen to this satsang, maybe even several times, because, sweetie, you could get everything that Prema Sutta is saying to you. Yeah. There's nothing stopping you. And it also, poop is often in, the dream books. It's often a symbol of money. So there's a little bit of thread of maybe part of it is, the whole thing about feeling supported by the universe. I don't quite trust that I'll be supported by the universe. I have to kind of engage my ego to earn money. I can't afford to just come into truth. I won't be able to feed myself. Right. 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 You crossed your arms.
Yeah.
So we protect our hearts. Right. Right. Part of you loves me, and part of you just, you almost can't stand that I bring you closer to yourself. Like, you almost don't know what to do about it. Yep. No, sweetie. And I don't mean this as any kind of deflation. It's like, you came in, your dharma is to allow your integrity. It's like you will have to make a moral decision about it at some point. This part of you want to withdraw into tears, and it's a sad story. It's hopeless. Listen, I cannot communicate to you how deep this hopelessness was in Prema Sutta.
Yeah.
Utterly, utterly hopeless. It was only the calling on God and my desire to serve humanity, my desire to pick up my kids and be their mother and to learn how to love. As a little kid, I was very haunted by a negative figure, a ghost figure. And I think he was a negative energy because my family was so scared. We were all haunted. Okay, so I think this is part of where you get like that your hands were held. I think it was some kind of a negative energy that was attracted by the emotional climate of your family.
Mhm. That makes
Right.
sense.
So what's stronger, ama or ghosts?
Always
Yeah.
Alma.
I'll tell you, sweetie, this is just fear that you came in with. And it will just keep playing till you stare it down, till you look at it and go, you're just a phantom. Just like Richard, the witch started running away from Richard. Richard, that is the first time I have ever heard of somebody experiencing a healing like that in their own life. Like, my hat off that you did that. Yeah, it's very auspicious. Yeah. So, sweet one, Andrea, how do you feel?
Well, actually, something lifted in me. It
Right.
was like, yeah, it felt like an inner strength. Something came in to say, like, you're not a wimp. You can
Yeah,
transcend
what I'm
this.
like, you
Yeah.
guys, Andrea is a hotshot businesswoman. Like, I'm going like, hello. It's like, hello. Right. Right. Yeah. Right. And I know you're so sensitive. So even me saying that, you recoiled a little. Yeah. And at the same time, sweetie, I can't allow people's sensitivity to, bar the truth. It's sort of like the truth is the truth is the truth. It's like,
I 100% from say
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
It's time.
right,
It's not,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm feeling like there's going to be some turmoil after this, and that you will feel some, uh, I want to say, negative energies. They're not so negative so much as they keep your mind churning when you could have a lot more peace.
Hmm.
Okay. And you need to tell them to FO and leave you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to stand there and do what Richard do and just say, hey, get out of here. Yeah. Because that's sort of the difference between you and me is I did that.
Yeah.
And you can do it too. Any of you guys can do it.
I have had things like that happen to me, and I have called
Okay.
it Oma, and it has
Okay,
lifted.
good.
I had a
Okay,
big figure on me that was full of armor one night. It was many years ago, and I just said, "Amma,
yeah.
help me!"
Okay,
And it just
good,
lifted.
good. Good. And you can do it again. When I was just meditating a few days ago, I felt you do an incredible expansion
Mm.
on a soul level, like setting in motion an incredible expansion. Okay, so that's part of why I'm talking like this, because I already felt that this expansion is underway. So I'm just underlying it and
Mhm.
helping to get your mind around it. Right.
I had that feeling too about
Right.
2 days ago.
Right.
It was 2 days
Okay.
ago when I had the same
Okay.
thing.
And the only thing that I think needs real work is it's like, or for you to see, is this compartmentalization that is how we're taught. And that there's part of you, it's sort of like 75% you're sort of open. And then there's this other 25 that your ego does not want me to even address.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So I'm also going to ask you to become more truthful with me. Like put words to more of this 25%. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. And it's a profoundly safe environment. You know this. This is a joke. What a healing, eh? You've known me 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like you're not
It
a
is safe.
child in your bedroom anymore. You know,
Right.
Amma? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. Say, I'm willing to grow.
I am willing to grow.
Good. Say, I'm willing to heal 100%.
I am willing to heal 100%.
Okay. How did you feel when you said that? Be truthful. Pay
I felt a
attention.
little bit, the first one I felt open, and the second
Mhm.
one I felt a little bit of like I
Yeah.
clamping down, like I can't open as much to that.
Yeah. So you just got data.
Yeah.
You got, it's like that was the 25%
Yeah.
that's hiding and it's been outed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's all good news. So
Yeah.
you guys, please do not judge yourself. It's all good news. It's just giving you data. Please, if you get this, if you get the thing that it's just data, then you are free of your ego in a really good way, like in a way that your journey can speed up. So, pay attention. Notice if you're judging yourself and keep giving it to Amma. Okay, good, Andrea. Good work.
Thank
Like,
you.
you're sturdy enough to sit through that.
Thank you.
One of those triple bypass heart operations. Yeah. So this is Pramasuta's divine child energy. You see, you guys? This is me at 3. I'm speaking with the level of clarity that I saw at 3 years old. Okay. Yeah. And this is what you guys can do too. You can embody who you were at 3 and live it as an adult. And it's invincible. You see, I mean, the defenses are just melting as we speak. It's just, and it's all Amma. So, okay. So who's next?
Pramasuta.
Yes, Michael.
Hi.
Good. Yeah.
Um, I don't remember any dreams, but I do have an earliest memory. And I think I was about 4 or 5. And we used to travel into the country. And my godfather had a little farm and a barn and straw. And so we used to go and visit him. And the memory I have is my sister climbing the ladder in front of me. And I'm coming up behind her and I'm really mad because either she got up first or she's too fast or I don't know what. And I dug my nails into her back and I scratched her. I really scratched her. And that's it.
How high off the ground were you guys?
Um, Probably about 5 or 6 rungs. I was probably about 5 or 6 rungs high.
And how old were you?
4 or 5. And I
Okay.
think there was straw around the bottom of well, I
Okay.
don't remember.
And you don't remember what happened, do you?
Um, my feeling is that I I didn't really get into trouble that much. I think I was told, don't do that. But it was like it was like a real it was like a power struggle. And I think I won. because I don't think I suffered any consequences, or no big ones anyway, I don't think.
So the feeling that you won is what you're feeling now.
What I'm feeling more is I was very angry and I
Yeah,
was able to express it.
right. So what do you think about it?
I think it was an honest, innocent child. It felt good, I think, at the time because
Yeah.
I was able to express myself.
Mhm. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm getting a kind of feeling of hands-off Pramasuda. It's actually something that I've often felt with you. It's like even as you're asking for help, it's like there's a limit to what you really want to hear. And it's like I'm to keep in confines. Yeah. Yeah. And if I speak beyond the confines, it gets dropped. So I'm feeling that right now with this whole story, that I'm not really allowed to say anything.
Mm.
Yeah. So how does it feel when you hear what I've said?
A little disappointed, a little rejected.
Right. Right. But there's a level that it's a profound rejection of Pramasuda. You see?
Mm.
An asking for, but a rejection of.
I,
The
I, yeah, I mean, I can't feel it, but
no, no, no. And that's good. I mean, it's good that you're just being, you're just being real. There's no criticism, Michael, at all with any of this. It's self-realization training. This is, you guys, it's like what happens is our needy egos want Pramasuda to love them. It's very human. It's very understandable. But you guys, you've been coming to Pramasuda for a while and have had body work and everything. So there's a level that when I speak to you, I'm going to speak to you from a deeper level than with somebody I've never met, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Because I've worked directly with your bodies. Do you understand? There's kind of well, you come to me, so yeah, I can feel that's interesting with both of you. Actually, I can feel like you're right underneath each other on my phone. And it's not wrong. It's kind of just the feeling that you're wanting what um, trying to transmit, that you're wanting it to come along the levels that you want to receive at, and the two things do not compute at all.
mm.
It's a little bit like with Andrea, where I said she's got no structure to receive what I'm saying to her. And then it changed as we spoke. She opened up a little bit. Or maybe more than a little bit. It's Michael, it's that you don't want to see yourself. It's like you're really stuck with where at your level of perception, and it's like the place where it's walk a mile in your brother's shoes. It's that's the difficulty.
I
It's
didn't
like,
understand that premise. Could you say that again?
yeah, good. Do you see, you guys, just the ego will not compute when it's the thing that we need to get, okay? So good, Michael. It's your problem is to really get what Christ said about walk a mile in somebody's shoes. Like, to know how to do that. That's what you have trouble doing. You want it all to come for your benefit. So even in in your memory, it's like there's no visceral heart for what it was like for your sister to suddenly get her back scratched when she's just playing. So it would have come from at her back, a surprise, a hurt, and your response was, well, I didn't get in any trouble, so I won. And it's kind of like, this is the glitch. Yeah, it's really hard for you to admit this. It's like you built your ego on, like, just like the ladder, that I want to be the first, and if I can't be the first, then somebody's going to suffer. It's kind of like, it's like that. It's sort of like my way's the highway. It's like, I'm Michael, and it's kind of like, well, Michael, you gotta be able to put your feet in other people's shoes. And this is
Yeah.
where you and I have really hit a wall, because this work is key to that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that we were competing because we often did. We didn't get along. And I do have a super competitive nature, and I don't think that's very good. And it doesn't really go all that well with this work, I don't think.
Okay, so that's a bit miserable sinner. It's
Mm,
sort of like this whole work is outgrowing the ego. All egos are revolting, Michael. They're
mm,
all revolting. It's like yours is not more revolting than most. They're all hideous.
yeah.
Yeah, you're going, I can't do it. I'm seeing you sitting in a concrete, stuck in a stone cellar with no door, and you're sort of thinking, like, you're sort of in the thinker position, and you're in despair, and you're going, I can't do it. But it's not just despair, it's kind of willful, and it's like, again, it's surrounded by it's so concrete in reality. It's the belief in concrete reality. I just want to tell you something. Trees, when they grow, they don't, the soil seems to produce them. But if a tree grows up into, I just read the scientific experiment, and they grew this tree in so many, I don't know, 160 pounds of soil until it was a fairly large size, and they cut it down, and the soil just weighed 2 ounces less. So the tree took from the soil just 2 ounces and became this huge structure. Do you see, like, even our ideas of concrete reality is not concrete at all. The tree manifested. Your soul has manifested you to learn here. And it's your responsibility to open, to allow it. It's interesting because it's as if this story about the tree helped you. It's like you've actually opened up a little bit. So how do you feel? Do you feel that or not? You don't have to. Don't worry.
No.
Yeah. So how do you feel?
Um, Um, I feel that I really want to open.
Yeah. Yeah. I could feel that. That's real, Michael. That's real. Okay. That is good work. So how do you feel when I say that this is good work?
I feel emotional, and I feel that I'm not sure that I could get all around. I'm not sure that I could get around all the tears that might come.
Okay, so it is by allowing the tears that you would get here. If you go around them, you will stay in your ego. It is the grief at our separation that heals us, you guys, not another person. When we feel the grief of how separate we are, we heal into God. It is our God self that feels that grief. Okay, good. This is good. I am feeling in you a deep recognition that you are a God self and that you are beyond your idea of Michael. This is a quantum leap. But this is the only, it's along this lines, Michael, that you and I will be able to get along. Otherwise, you're just going to get the wall from me. And the wall you get from me is just the wall that you put up to your true self. And Saskia, it's the same. Okay. Yeah. And for all of you, it's if I get wallish, I'm just reflecting the wall that you've got going. Yeah. You know, this is kind of what I feel like we all need is just somebody to go to the heart of the thing that's confusing us, right? Yeah. Yeah. To speak it out and to love us anyway. You know? Yeah. Okay, we got time for one more person, but I will arrange for another session like this for anybody who doesn't get their chance.
I want to go.
Yeah, who's that?
Maxi.
Maxi. Okay, Maxi. So sweet
Hi.
one. Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Yashoda. Your name's
Yeah.
Yashoda? What does it
Yashoda.
mean?
It's a foster mom of Krishna. Yashoda.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama Krishna. Yeah.
Yeah. I have an early memory, not memory, it's a dream about, I must have been like 6 or 7, I guess. And it came like many, many times and it scared me really much. It was like I was in front of a huge stair, like a huge temple stairs.
Yeah.
I would stay in front of it and knew I have to go there and I would be scared to death and wake up. And then I would be so scared I didn't even go to my mom to get comfort. Like I didn't feel I could go to her and she could hold me. I would not go into my parents' bed. So I would just get scared.
Yeah.
And at the second dream I had many, many years was I was chased by a lion and I got killed. But the killing felt like a relief and like the truth. But that scared me too. Yeah.
You know, Alma talks about how we need to be a lion on the spiritual path.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
So it feels like a kind of dream in your future saying that you're going to get onto the spiritual path. And it was like your ego would have to die, but it was kind of relief because you could live like a lion. Alma says we have to live like a lion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That's
what
huh? Pardon?
yeah, that's what came to me too when I thought about it. Like
Yeah,
with the lion and the
yeah. How about the dream with all the stairs? What's your feeling about it?
well, it's also, I think, the fear of going up the stairs and doing the spiritual path. That's what came to me, that it's just
Yeah,
scary and I don't want to do it. Or I didn't
yeah,
want to do it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then you have a name like Yashoda, and
Yeah.
because there are all kinds of Krishna temples around, right? So you're the mother. Really, you're the mother.
Have to
So
go.
you're, you're stuck. I mean, you've got temples, whether you actually go in them or not. You produced what the temple was dedicated to. Do you see what I mean? It's in a way you don't have to do anything. It's like you are that.
Oh.
Yeah. The stairs. I also feel it's part of the temple, but I also feel like it's connected to climbing the stairs of like doing this, your training, doing the stairs, doing the steps to develop your career. That part of you is like, oh, I can't do it, but then you do it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The thing that strikes me is around being too scared to go to your parents. It's funny because I feel this in kind of you and Franka. It's kind of like a little bit like the parent didn't really help that much in a way, kind of feeling of
Yeah,
there's not much
yeah,
support.
I felt like she wouldn't understand me and she couldn't get me at the level my fear was.
Yeah,
Like I think she would have comforted me, but not in the way I would have needed it.
right.
Yeah. So
Not
not
like
feeling this. Yes,
Ama's,
like this.
right, 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 right. I can feel that. As a little kid, you needed Ama. I can feel this.
Oh, I wish, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When we meet Amma, I want to say this. I'm getting like, you're at the ashram right now, so you're feeling Amma, but it's as if I'm feeling like Amma's going right into your childhood too.
Oh,
She,
the last darshan, I had the image too, yeah.
oh, you had that in Darshan, that image?
I had darshan like 4 days ago, and it was a very long darshan. I was very long in her arms. And when I was in her arms, I felt like I had the image of, okay, I'm in Amma's belly, then I'm a little baby, she's holding me, and then I'm sitting on her lap. And I think like until 6 or 7, she was kind of, this
Yeah.
came up to me.
Okay. And I'm just going to highlight this again, you guys. I want to spotlight the accuracy of this word. Just the reason is because if your egos are arguing with anything I said to you, please understand that what I spoke to you was exactly at the same level of depth and accuracy as I'm speaking to Yashoda. And about like in what I said about that Amma was going back to her childhood. I want you to see how accurate and subtle this work is, because if you see it, you will receive it. Do you see? I want you to receive it. It's such a waste if you don't receive it. A total waste. And it's a dharmic, you guys. The universe does not like it when we have an opportunity to receive love and we wall it off. It just makes things more intense for us, for our life. The universe will turn up the heat. It is much safer to get it when it's offered. And I want to spell this out because because I have to. Yeah. It's about like under the heading of how revolting egos are and the tricks. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll tell you, we just hurt ourselves. Okay, good. Okay, good. It is very brave in a way not to run into your mom's bed and just put up with kind of, what sustenance there was. There was real bravery with staying with yourself. Okay, I want to really spotlight that. That was a brave little kid who stayed with the truth of things. And she, you know, it wasn't very comfortable. She didn't really have the access to Amma now, but it is why you're able to receive Amma now so deeply without any detours. Do you see what I mean? Do you understand this? Because
of the braveness I had as a kid already. So
Pardon?
I came because of the braveness I had as a kid already, you mean? I can just receive it?
Yeah, your willingness to just stay with the truth. Yeah, I'm not going to get any real comfort. There's no point. Like that is really brave, because just having an arm around us can, you know, when a kid's really scared, you know, a lot of kids would just do that.
Yeah.
Right. Right. It's like a connection to truth. Okay. Okay, here we are. It's a connection to truth in you that part of you has been scared of your whole life. Yeah, that's what it is, sweetie. That's that's what's behind the imagery. It's just a fear of truth. But you're moving very quickly, and you're seeing the truth. I mean, you are moving into truth pretty quickly. Yeah. Yeah. I want to say, you know, stay humble, because who knows? Sometimes we move into truth and then we get blocked for 10 years. So, you know, just stay humble, but get the heart of what I'm saying, that it's this, you have a soul connection to truth. It's like truth is really important to you. It's like you came in around truth, like to, oh yeah, I'm getting big shivers, to allow truth, to play in truth, to be brave enough to recognize truth. Yeah. You're a little bit fudging on it, just like it seems it's too enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You're young. It's okay. But you know what it does for me is it explains this, not kind of love-hate that I felt from you, but a little bit love-hate, like to Pramasuda, you know, like, oh yeah, I love you, but oh, I don't want to listen to you. You know how it would play in the earlier years? Yeah. Right. Right. But you have a huge love of truth in there that you're never going to be able to run from. It's you. It's you. Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of like you need truth, like you need the air you breathe. That without truth, you just start feeling not good.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
I know this. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's not, that's a kind of a handy thing to come in with if you really want to make progress in a life, you know. You know, you can see the wisdom of why we came in with particular focuses. Yeah. This has been so rewarding, you guys. Yeah. So, how do you feel?
I feel like I have to digest. Like it's
Yeah.
somehow I know, but somehow the hugeness needs to be digested. Yeah. So
yeah. And it's also part of the integration of Amma, of your, I mean, this is what Pramasuda suggests very respectfully, that perhaps it's an integration of that Amma going, you know, you being born and the child, you know, just that in that darshan.
Yeah.
Part of an integration, and it will also continue. Yeah. Do you see how, like, the truth is not far away? It's us, you guys. It's not far away. We're all actually built on truth, you know. We're all made out of truth. It's we're all made out of unconditional love. It is our true nature, you know, to be in truth. And just turning up at this takes a lot of guts. and to sit and listen to me, like when I'm got madly bringing the scalpel out, like my hat off. Yeah. So I don't know. We're getting on for an hour and a half. Is there somebody who's desperate to go?
From a student,
Yeah,
Franka.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Andrea.
Franka.
Franka.
Okay, good. Yes, we might as well. Good. Yay, good. Thanks. Can I see
Well,
your picture at all? Do you have your
I'm sorry,
picture?
it's not working. I don't know why my
Okay.
handy.
Okay.
I
No
tried,
problem.
but I'm so
No
sorry.
problem. No, that's
Um,
okay. No problem.
yeah,
So Franka,
can
I'm
it?
glad you came
Yeah,
forward. Yay. Yes.
yay.
Yeah.
I just had a really interesting story while my sister was talking to you. Can I share this
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
now? Because it's kind
Yeah.
of related, and it's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
interesting for
please.
Maxi too. Because my Maxi was talking about her dream where she didn't want to go to my mom
Yeah.
or to our mom.
Yeah.
And I'm right now sitting outside and it's getting cold. And I already had some shivers while I was listening to Andrea and everything, also because it's cold, but also it really touched my heart. And
Right.
suddenly, while my sister was talking about, or you were talking about her not going to our mom for comfort, my mom
Yeah.
came and gave me a blanket. I didn't ask her, I
Oh,
didn't see her at
oh,
all. And she just got me a blanket, and now I'm so warm, and I was just crying right now. Yeah,
oh,
that's how the
I'm so
universe is working. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, I'm so touched.
me too. We are at a big family gathering right now. So Maxi is in India and the other part is all here. So this is just amazing how it's all connected.
It's like
Yeah.
everybody's in the satsang, you know?
Yeah. And that's,
Yeah.
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 And it's,
Everything is one. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. And
So,
Michi's little one came and gave her a kiss just now. That's so interesting. Yeah. Franka, so how are you
yeah.
feeling?
Oh, a big relief on my heart. And also it was like, I get yeah, I was asking for comfort or I could feel the same as Maxi that our parents weren't really present for us, but
Yeah.
this just healed part of it. I feel like it's like
Right.
image of we have this support. We just have to trust it and it's gonna come, Yeah. So I'm really,
That's it.
yeah, yeah, there's a big pressure on my belly that just lifted and my heart is open. So yeah,
Yeah, good,
thanks
good,
so
good,
much. Yeah. Wow.
good. You're very good at embodying like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a particular
Mm,
strength. Uh-huh.
hmm
Uh-huh. Yeah. Did you have a memory, like a dream or an early memory?
Yes. Yes. The camera memory, or I have a memory that always came when I was sick and had fever. And it was
Yeah.
always the same that usually I was alone in my bed and was suffering from the fever. And then there was some sound like a lot of bees or something really in my ears, and it always became louder. And it was like a big dark cloud that really scared me. And I just can remember that I always was in my bed. I knew this will come when I'm sick like this, and it scared me really, really much. Um,
Right.
and I was
Yeah.
alone, so it's always most of I
Right.
just
Okay.
remember when I
Okay.
was in fever, I was alone, and it's just
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, again, you're vulnerable and nobody's there, but you know what I'm getting? Just a really strong image of mental static. And that is your cross as an adult, is the amount of mental static.
What is mental static? I don't
Yeah, what
know
is
that.
mental static? I know you wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
Do you know what static is?
like it's hard or something, static or
It's
no.
interference. Like if you've got a radio, you're listening to a radio and there's a lot of static, it stops you from being able to really hear what
yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
person's saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the noise of the machine kind of gets in there and disrupts the,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I can feel part of you. You know, your ego would have preferred just to withdraw without me asking about your early dream. Like you
Mm-hmm.
would far have preferred that. And it's part of you keeps, it's like with this mental static, it's sort of like this noisy box that is your head. And part of you, you don't, there's part of you that doesn't want to really face it because you kind of trying to live with it because you, it's like you don't see how it's possible to face because it's so everywhere. And in your, you know, in the being sick, the imagery of being sick, the being too vulnerable, not able, not strong enough to deal with it. And yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can I can feel how you get lost in your the static of your thoughts, the interference of your thoughts,
Yeah.
the yeah, 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 the doubting and the distrust. And it's like not feeling safe enough to feel the sorrow of it, so you could come into peace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's you know, it's good just to hear this. It's like,
Yeah.
and listen to it again because it's just truth, and truth will set us free. You know, it's just like when we get what we're doing, it
Mm-hmm.
actually dissolves. It's like just some of this static will dissolve just as you admit it. It is your big problem. Your mind is kept so busy by distrusting thoughts, kind of. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right,
Yeah. That's what I was facing last couple of weeks. Yeah. Not
right.
knowing what to do about it and just distrusting myself on it. Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. And you're, you know, you can, you know, I want to say like you see when we're distrustful, it's like we even distrust people who are trying to help. And it's kind of like, and you know, there's a time when we allow ourselves to be helped, and that time just comes. Like, so there's no pushing it or rushing it, do you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I would, you know, I used to think Abraham didn't really get me, but he really got me. I just didn't trust him enough to really see this. But we can't force ourselves to trust. It's sort of like if we realize that we're just going to have a terrible life if we keep it going, then we tend to let it go. But if it's working for us, we keep it.
Mm-hmm.
You're strong enough. It's a bit like I feel this thing with Andrea. It's like to remind you that you're strong enough. It's like you're one tough lady, actually. Like you're strong enough to allow healing, and there's no rush. And the danger with what I'm saying to you is that you'll feel bad about yourself, and I don't want you to. Please don't. It's like you're
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, Franka. There's part of you that's so instinctively with this work that, you know, you just get it right away with the body, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's just that, you know, actually, I realize kind of what I want to say to you is, see, you can get stuff with your body, but if your orientation isn't towards really healing, you can get stuff with your body and you still go around in circles. Do you see what I mean? It's like
Mm.
pouring milk into a dirty container. It's as your intention strengthens towards healing, I feel like you're going to realize that your destiny is to heal. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to become clear to you that your destiny is to heal. And that's going to help a lot. And it may
Yeah.
be just your way that stuff just dawns on you gradually. See, I don't want to make your way wrong. It isn't. So I can feel it. It's going to dawn on you that your destiny is to heal. And as that happens, you will purify. And as you purify, these changes that happen in your body, like you taking in the energy, they will be far bigger gifts for you because your orientation will be pure, will be to more purity. You guys, if we don't have purity as a real desire, our container stays a dirty container, and the milk gets contaminated. And then we go, oh, God doesn't really exist. Do you see? This is what happens. We have to look at what we're doing. What is our intention? Are we really intending purity, or do we just want to be a little more comfortable? Okay, Franka, how do you feel about what I've said? How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I have this pressure in my belly again. So, but it's, yeah, it feels like it's lifting or it's showing itself.
Yeah.
But I also
You know,
felt that I was in my head trying to understand. So, yeah, what you were just saying.
yeah, yeah. You can listen to it afterwards and even a
Mm-hmm.
few times. Because I want you to really remember what I said to you is your destiny is to heal, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I heard this, just felt like, okay, that takes off some pressure off me. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
right. I know. And that pressure on you, this is this mental static where
Mm,
you take responsibility and try to like fix yourself endlessly. And it's
mm,
far beyond you. It's like on Alma's shoulders.
mm-hmm,
Oh, please get that. It's so
mm,
key that you realize that it's on Alma's shoulders. Like any attempt for you to heal yourself is this mental static, and it's why you go around in circles,
mm-hmm.
and why you're so you make so much space with me, like as to like never contact me.
Yeah.
Because I will interrupt your mind, which is wanting to just keep you going round in circles.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
You're going, I'm not ready yet, Pramasuda. That's okay, Franka. You don't have to be, look, you're working, you
Yeah.
got kids, no pressure. I feel great relief at being able to spell this stuff out, and that you have access to it if you ever want to listen to it again.
Mm-hmm,
And the main thing I want to communicate is that it is your destiny to heal. It's not on your shoulders.
mm-hmm.
That is so crucial for you. And you know what? It was really crucial for Pramasuda too, because I had a lot of the same mental static you do. And I got nowhere trying to heal myself. I just gave up, I just went, oh, I guess it's always going to be like this. And I just lived my life. And then I started making progress, You're going, I'm not ready, Pramasuda. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be ready, sweetie. It's all right. This will have changed you. So, and Alma's running the show. So, and you're doing fine. This is the journey, you guys. Sometimes we make huge leaps. Sometimes we stay somewhere in a plateau for like 12 years. And then, in the next 3 years, we might do 30 years worth of growth. You can't, never give up on yourselves. Franka, could you say to me out loud, you are a good friend of mine, Pramasuda?
You are a good friend of mine, Pramasuda.
Yeah. Say, you are a good soul friend of mine, Pramasuda.
You are a good soul friend of mine, Pramasuda.
Yeah. So how do you feel when you said that?
I can feel some pressure on my throat.
Right. Right.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and some pressure on my shoulders.
And your shoulders, yeah. Again, yeah, that is something you have to do, you have to get, and you don't. You don't. I feel like I'm going to have to leave you caught in your prison a little bit still. And what I feel like I've done is I've opened a tiny chink of light by saying it's your destiny to heal. And you're going to see this light come in to your regular thought processes, and you're not going to be able to argue with it. Okay? Because it's truth. And it will get bigger.
Thank you.
And that's just where you are. And it's okay. It's not bad. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
glad I spoke up, so that's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. And this light, even as we're talking, it's getting brighter and brighter. And you're seeing this outline of this dark spot where you've been stuck and you couldn't see an exit. It just was how it was. And this has particular meaning for Michael and for Andrea as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 This almost, these awareness satsangs feel like live poetry. Do you know what I mean? It's a lived poetic experience. And you know how poetry goes to the truth of things and it bypasses the mind. It's just, I just feel like I've been a poet in other lives, and that this life, it's this lived poetry. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
My
you so
great
much.
gratitude to all of you brave souls, because this stuff, makes our ego pee our pants. It's just the worst nightmare for the ego. And all of you guys have done good work. And I feel like a shift happening in the broader world as well, because we know everything's one. So it's not wasted. And Saskia, cheer up, sweet one. You're adorable, okay? And you're a very brave woman, and you've put up with worse from me. So, it's just a very big journey. Okay. Okay, I love you enormously, you guys. Bless your dear hearts. Bye.